Hi Landavand! This video is about work-life balance and how to get more time to yourself. This channel is all about authentic connections, practical tools, and real stories. Today's video is about a practical tool. It's my number one tip for work-life balance. This is going to make life better. It's going to make your time feel so much more long. That's not even good English, but you know what I mean. In my previous video, The Big Why, I talked about time and why it's important to do things now. And so this is going to follow up on that. In that video, I talked about the 60-20-20 rule that I use. So the idea is that 60% of your time is really meant for doing all the sort of productive things, for working, for sleeping, for eating, cooking, all of those things, and cleaning. I don't know if I said that. So all of those things to take as little time as possible and to do them as efficiently as possible so that you have the other 40% for both quality time and for personal time. In a week, there are 168 hours. 60% of that is about 101 hours. So I need to get in my mind, I need to get everything done for the house, for the kids, and for work done in 100 hours. That means I'll have about 68 hours for quality time with my kids and personal self-care. That's what my goal is every week. Doesn't always happen. So by thinking of my time as the greatest factor in all of this, that's what I revolve around what and how I do things. The first tip I have is put routine items on autopilot. This goes for so many categories in life. This goes for how often you clean the house. This goes for how many things that you buy and how many things that you go out to buy. So if you can get things sent to you automatically, then have that done. So you're not wasting time going to the grocery store. And also sometimes wasting money because when you go to the grocery store, you buy extra stuff. So when the pharmacy has a prescription for you, you fill the first prescription and then it goes on auto refill. And so the auto refill comes to you every month. So I get my auto refills with CVS. Prescription comes up for refill, I'll get a text message. The text message will say, do you want to refill this? I text back, yes. They fill it. And then I can go onto their app, their CVS app, and say, mail it to me, deliver it for free. I get it delivered to me within usually 2 or 3 days, and then that cycle repeats. I don't have to do very much. In terms of time consumption and how long it takes, not a lot of time. It takes a text message and maybe a few minutes on the app. That's it. So that's the mentality that I use to get other things on a routine. I use Amazon's subscribe and save program to put household goods that normally I would go to Costco for. And Costco is the same way. You go into Costco, you get the 3 items that you need, and then you have samples, and then you meander, and you end up buying $300 worth of stuff. Sometimes amazing stuff. It takes a good, between driving there, buying everything, checking out, it takes a good 4 hours. And I would go maybe every other month. So in my mind, it wasn't always worth the time. CVS that I have is inside a Target. And when you go inside the Target, which is the vortex, you end up buying all sorts of things. You buy new dishes that you never knew you wanted. You go to the seasonal section and you go to the dollar section and you come out like $200 later. And you're like, what did I buy? Because everything looks so awesome that you want to try all these things and you end up getting maybe more, likely more, than you actually wanted to. So by doing this automatic system, you get to really just get what you need and not have impulse buys. And so this category for me saves me a huge amount of time. I get a notice from Amazon saying your last day to change your subscription that's coming up for the month is this date. Take a look at it. So it reminds me what to do instead of me having to go out and spend time buying it and thinking about it and planning for it. It automatically, with the system that's there, reminds me of what's coming up. When I get that email to say, or to look around the house and be like, do I need more toilet paper? Can I survive another month? And if I can, I just wait, and I'll put it on another month. I am not going out to Costco. I am not going out and buying these supplies. They automatically come to me. I get a notification to check on those supplies, and that takes me all of 5 minutes a month. So this is how I do all the things that I'm able to do as a single parent, because the things that I work out are systems that make my life easier and take things off of my plate. And I think one of the misperceptions about productivity is that people are trying to fit more into their day. So my thought around productivity, fit less on my plate and still have them done. I'm not going to take on all the grocery shopping and going to all these stores and trying to manage that. It could be, some people have videos of how to go through these stores quicker. And my thought is, I'm not even going to go to the store. I'm just going to identify what I need, the frequency that I need it, and put it on auto subscribe. And there are a lot of household items that I do this for. Cleaning supplies is another one. My air filters. You're supposed to change your air filter in the house every 3 months. So I have that on auto subscribe. So when it comes, I just pop it in. I know that it's time to actually use it. And so I'll put it in and then be done with it.
So what products work best with auto subscribe? The products that work best with auto subscribe are products that you consume on a daily or weekly basis. These are the items that you go to the store the most often for, whether it be a big box store like Costco or it's your regular supermarket that you go every week. These are the ones that are going to be picked up the most often. So paper goods like paper towels, toilet paper, this is pet food, vitamins, mouthwash, that kind of stuff, where you don't have to actually think about it anymore. It will come to you on a monthly basis or every other month basis. These are the things that you run out of and you get frustrated because you don't have anymore and you're trying to do something. So by putting this system in place, you don't have to worry about that and you will have them on hand when you're ready for them.
That's the other time saver, is that I'm not loading up the car, dragging the kids there, going on a shopping excursion that takes forever, trying to rally the kids to either not touch things, not eat things, stop talking to that person, or doing whatever. I cut that whole time out in addition to that experience out. So everything, or as much as possible, comes to me. That brings me to my second category of things that I have on auto order: food. I have food delivered to my house. There's 3 food subscriptions that I use. So I use ButcherBox. It has organic, fresh, quality meats, and it's cheaper than the supermarket, and it comes to my door once a month. Don't have to go anywhere to get this. And that box, I get the larger size box, will last me just about a month with the kids. With this AIP diet that I'm on, it actually is the best quality beef and it's perfect for that diet. So I win in 2 different ways there, with both the quality and it's shipped to me and it's amazing tasting. The other box that I get is Wild Alaskan. It's fresh seafood from the waters off of Alaska. It's a small business and it's packaged vacuum sealed fish. I get a box that has salmon and cod and other whitefish, and I get that once a month. And what I do is I stagger the dates. So my butcher box, the meat, comes usually the first week of the month. So my freezer is full of that for the first week or 2. Wild Alaskan box, the second or third week of the month. So as I'm running low on the quality beef and quality chicken and whatever else is in that box, the pork, I will get an order of my seafood. So then the seafood comes in and then my freezer is full again. So every 2 weeks, I will get either a box of meat or seafood, and it goes back and forth. So I always have my freezer stocked. It's always really great quality, sustainable, healthy fish. I've been trying to eat more omega-3s and omega-6s from seafood. And so the Wild Alaskan box serves that need perfectly, in that it's all wild, sustainable seafood, tastes amazing. It's the most amazing tasting, clean fish that I've ever had. That's how I get those foods that come to me. So what does that leave in terms of food? Vegetables, dairy. So for fruits and vegetables, I use Misfits box. It comes once a week and it is Vegetables and fruit that don't make it to the supermarket because they have slight marks or irregularities, like they have a weird bump or they're not the perfect shape. They're all quality produce still, they're just not the prettiest sometimes. They look a little odd, or they can look a little odd. I get that box delivered to me once every week, and I've tried some new recipes with it because sometimes you just get vegetables that you've never heard of. I've tried jicama. I had a combo of broccoli and cauliflower. I don't remember what it was called. I've had lemon cucumbers. I've had plouts. They're like donut-shaped plums. I don't know what they are, but you get variety of things that you may not normally get. And sometimes I will use the Walmart shopping service, or I will get it delivered as well. Amazon Fresh also is amazing. And so I can get those on order every 2 weeks, usually within the same day, but sometimes the next day. And so I will share with you the top items that I buy, and I will put it in the description in an organized fashion with links so that you can just click on it and put it in the Amazon subscribe and save program as well. It's super easy. So when I say the 60% of time for all the things that you have to do that is not quality time and not personal self-care, that's the time that I save in that bucket of 60%. Of those 100 hours, now I have the ability to do other things.
Join the Land of Ann community. Subscribe, like, and follow. Do it now before something else happens in 2020.